Welcome back everybody to another episode of Hero Upgrade. In this video series, we take a random or a selected hero and we upgrade them to my current max, which right now is level 60, gear tier 10, max out all of the abilities, and then we showcase them in PvP. And like I said in the last video that we did, Artemis, if you want to see that one, that is in the description. The whole idea of this series is to diversify my roster. Right now, currently, I do have very limited amount of characters that are level 60, gear tier 10, and all of that stuff. So I'm really hoping that I can increase my character selection when I go into these PvP battles and slowly be able to climb those ladders of PvP and be able to get more character fragments and get more rewards and all of that stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, the last hero upgrade we did was Artemis, and I'm kind of going on a rotation, right? We want a red, we want a green, we want a blue, we want to keep our roster diversified, and Artemis was the last character we did, and that went super successful. Really happy I was able to upgrade her. So we do currently right now have 3 reds, we have 3 greens, which means this episode is going to be a blue mystical. Now I did kind of drop a hint in the last video, but I'm kind of going against what my hint says. I mean, I've been flipping flopping back and forth, you know, who I wanted to do, what would be best for my roster, who do I want to do. I mean, all of those questions, and there's so many characters that I have that I can do. But without further ado, this week's episode is going to be Silver Banshee. Now, this originally was not who I first started. And then when I made the Artemis video, that was not who I was talking about then either, but decided to do Silver Banshee for a couple reasons. One, because my multipliers in the raid coming soon is not very good. I don't have any of the characters besides for Miss Martian. She's the only one. Silver Banshee is a 5 times multiplier. Second reason is her int, intelligence, ranking as far as the rest of the character rosters go is absolutely insane. From what I understand, I believe if I remember this correctly, Silver Banshee has the highest #1 intelligence rating in the game right now. So yeah, I mean, she can absolutely smack, I'm hoping. And what the plan is I'm gonna, at least during the raids and stuff, and being that my only leader is Lex, yo, that's Miss Martian, Lex, intelligent ups. You get that with Silver Banshee, completely maxed out, 5 times multiplier, the highest intelligence in the game, and I'm hoping she just absolutely smacks in these raids. That's the plan anyway, and plus, she brings like a new element to the game, new element to my roster that I don't have with bleeds, and so, I don't know. I'm just interested to see how it goes. I have not really done much with this character right now. As you see, before we level her up, she's only level 50, gear 4. I have not put any of the legendary powers on her, so I gotta kind of figure out what I want to do with that. And then upgrade all of the abilities to max. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try to keep up with one of these every week or 2 weeks. As soon as I start hitting characters in which I got to start doing their abilities at level 1, that's probably where I'm going to hit my snag, because I need those little green things. Those little green ability upgrade ones, those are so hard to get for me. And that's usually what holds me back with everything. But once we get the mystical done, then we're green, red, blue. I can pick any one of them. I'm not sure who I'm going to pick, what I want to do. If you have any suggestions in the comments, y'all saw my roster earlier. It's obviously everybody that does not have that max level 60. But yeah, let's upgrade Silver Banshee and see what she can do. 5,529 total power. I was able to actually upgrade all of her abilities as well. Unlike the last video where I was kind of short on ability materials for Artemis, this time I was able to get everything done, but I am completely out of green, I think, and blue ability material. So I hope this raid comes in. I mean, there's a lot of those materials in there. And hopefully I can get a bunch of them so that way we don't have to wait too long for the next one of these videos. But yeah, let's just take a look at her stats real quick with gear, tier 10, level 60 to see where it's at. Her intelligence, even though I still think I remember seeing that she had the highest intelligence in the game, right now, at least at gear 10 and level 60, she's not actually the highest intelligence on my roster. I think Cersei had higher. I can't remember who it was, but I remember looking at it and there was somebody that had 2 points higher. But that's what her stats is. Her intelligence is still high. Her speed is a little slow though. Crit chance isn't bad, I guess. Crit value is nice, I suppose. But looking at her abilities, in case you haven't seen them. Ability 1, Curse Strike, special damage, and apply 4 bleeds to an enemy. And where I actually applied my legendaries, I put it on the 2, I put it on the 3. I'm not sure if they're the best ones, but that's what I think is the best. Actually, those are the only 2 that I think is really relevant. It feels like you have to have both of them. It feels like you need her at least L2 to really make her work good. But Banshee Stare. Special damage, 90% chance to apply heal immunity to an enemy, and then legendary point, purge all positive immunities, which is amazing. I absolutely love this. And ability 2 actually can trigger ability 3, which you'll see, and the legendary point on that one. Death Whale, special damage to all enemies, 20% chance to stun a random enemy if it has an immunity. And then the ability, the legendary point, 30% chance to use Death Whale when a buff purge is used by a ally. 50% chance extra if they have a bleed. So what that means is if you have anybody on your team like say Lex or Cersei's 3 or for me Kilowog's 1, any ability or any move that will purge some buff on the enemy, then this has a 30% chance to activate. And if you use the 2 Banshee Stare, it actually activates sometimes as well. So it's kind of neat. Sometimes when I purge a bunch of immunities, she goes again right after it with the Death Whale. And when you have a bunch of intelligence and stuff like that on there, it really works kind of nice. Eye for an eye, passive ability, apply death immunity, true sight, and 2 int ups when a random ally dies. If an ally dies, you're probably in trouble anyway. But still kind of neat. I haven't had any use for that true sight thing yet, but you don't really come across a whole lot of taunters. At least I don't. Before I knock them out anyway. Ghastly Spirit. 35% chance to gain invisibility and 2 int ups when an enemy takes bleed damage. Now I don't have any bleed characters, so she's the only one that applies bleed, and I'm using ability 2, I'm using ability 3. So this does not trigger very often. The only time she ever gets it is when she uses her first ability, and that's still only a 35% chance. So unless you have like an all bleed team or something like that, which I don't, this is my only bleed character, then this doesn't happen too often. But let's jump into PvP and test her out and kind of see exactly what she can do and how she works and all of that stuff. And like I said, I don't have any teams that are like catered around her abilities except for the buff purge move. I can make a team that has all of the characters that can purge buffs. And so when that team comes around and I can use that solely, it happens actually quite often. It feels like more than 30%, but then sometimes I'd do it and then it wouldn't happen at all. So we have all greens. So that means, of course, we're going to go with blue. Vandal Savage, which I love using against Arcus. Cersei, she has buff purge in her ability 3, so that's good. Hopefully that she can activate there. And then she has that extra damage, I guess, if people have immunity. She has remove immunities and heal immunity and all of that stuff. So hopefully this works out good. We're, I guess, a little bit higher, but they do have Arcus and they do have Lex. They do have Hal, Flash. All of those can be a pain. But let's see how this goes. We have our blues, we have our green, our Lex. I think we'll be, I don't think we should have a problem. Unless, of course, like somebody dies instantly or something. Okay, so here is the first one. We're going to open up with our Purge and our turn meter down. Now, this could trigger Arcus, which a lot of times when I play Arcus, I do not like to use this to start off because I don't want to trigger them. I want to be able to use Vandal Savage's buff immunity or buff block or whatever on Arcus. But I want to see if her whale will trigger once I purge some of these. So let's give it a shot. And it does not. That's a bummer. So now we have Vandal Savage, and he is going to use his buff block on Arcus. And see, Arcus now will not be able to buff up when he uses his ability, his issue challenge, which is awesome. So we could do his 3, but I'm going to use the 2. And surprisingly, what I've actually found out, I haven't found this to work with any other character, but when I use her 2 on any character, even if they don't have any sort of buff or anything like that, sometimes that actually triggers the 3, which is weird. So let's try it, and he just dies instantly anyway. So let's buff up, get some extra heals. This is almost GG already. Absolutely destruction. So let's try her 1. And actually, let's put it in 1 speed. Actually, let's do her 3. Since we're going to win this anyway, let's do her 3 and see what her 3 looks like. Okay, 7,000 damage was not very much. Now, this is another one. We can purge buffs, and it could trigger her 3. But it just kills him instead. Alright, let's try one with only buff purge. I want to see if we can't activate that third ability from Silver Banshee. All of these characters can purge buffs. Lex with his 1, Kilowog with his 1, and Cersei with her 3. So hopefully at that point, you know, hopefully we can get her 3 to activate. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. It is only 30% chance. So it doesn't happen all the time. So again, this is his 1 that is going to purge buffs. And there it goes. See, so that's I really like that ability. Even though it is only 30% chance, it didn't do much damage to start because she doesn't have any int ups or anything like that. Now we can purge buffs again. Maybe we can get it twice in a row. She got the full stun. Okay, so let's try to do it ourselves, and we're gonna try to if we do it on any of the greens, I think that we will kill him. So let's do it on Huntress because I don't think she'll die, and let's see if we can't trigger that third ability again. And it does not. Let's try to purge these buffs. And that doesn't work either. So 30% of the time. Remember, it is only 30% of the time. Apply some bleeds, maybe invisibility. Nope. Purge those buffs. Nope. Oh, that time it did. Okay, so we finally got it on the third, or it activated twice. So as you see, you don't actually have to even have a buff on there. As long as it's a move that purges buffs, it will still activate regardless if there's even buffs on there or not. So that's kind of nice. Sinestro, Black Mask. This looks like a whole lot of trouble. But you know what? We're here to test things. So let's go. We got Huntress, which I'm going to use because Sinestro is going to revive. Cersei's going to revive. So I'm going to hope to use Huntress. And then I'm going to use Old Miss Martian to clear any of the 8,000 debuffs I'm going to have from Black Mask, assuming that I kill somebody. I might not even kill somebody. So, yeah, let's See how it goes. I wouldn't say that this is the best I could come up with, but hey, you know what? It's somebody different. We got a Huntress in there. We got her in there. Okay, he has taunt, and there's really no way to get rid of that taunt, unfortunately, so we're going to try to buff up. What should we do here? Should we hit him with... What does Black Mask do? He has crit immunity. Let me just try to kill him. And let me apply heal immunity. I think this is going to work. So it's 90% heal immunity chance. And so assuming that that works and we can apply the heal immunity, I don't think he's going to be able to revive. Now we just have a ton of debuffs, obviously. Now it did work. So the heal immunity worked. Do we have any heal? No, we don't. So let's do that. We're going to be... Oh, wait. Oh, it does have heal immunity. Damn it. So she has strength downs. She has all sorts of stuff. This isn't going to do much damage. We need Miss Martian to go. Ouch. That hurt. Get a little bit of a buff purge. Oh my god, man. We're done. We're dead. There's no way that we could win this. There's just too many debuffs. We cannot win with all of these debuffs. Okay, well, she killed him. Now, Black Mask is probably going to kill everybody. We'll try to purge again. Hopefully we can kill him, and we do. Okay, so it's just Black Mask left. He has... Ooh, and that's Doom. I don't know if we can do it here. Nope. That might be the end of it. Oh, yeah. She's dead. She's dead. God, that was so close. I think maybe one or two changes, and we might have been able to do it. That was a tough team. I think that was a tough team. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. As far as, you know, Silver Banshee goes, it definitely feels like she can't be just slotted into any team comp. She has to have specific team comps. And one being, obviously, against greens. She does really well if there's a lot of greens on the team. When I have a lot of blues, it definitely destroys. That's obvious. Anytime we have Purge buff characters on the team, when I ran all three of my characters Purge buff, sometimes they would activate 2-3 times her whale would activate, which is also nice. And then also anytime we want to block any revives, so that also worked. Even like in the match in which we lost, we still showed, you know, it can block. We almost ended up winning that one. But we can block the heal revives. The only one I didn't see out of all of those was she never turned invis on the bleeds. And that obviously, if you have a team of bleeds or team of people that can apply those bleeds, it would probably activate a lot more. But she's the only character I got. And still happy with her though. I'm still excited for the raid. I hope she can do some damage in the raids. I definitely need her to. Her and Miss Martian are the only characters I'm bringing as far as the group. The rest of them, I'm just going to probably have to run Lex. Silver Banshee, I'm going to run Miss Martian. And then for my fourth one, it's probably just going to depend on whoever the color or the affinity is of whatever boss I'm fighting. And that'll be it. But yeah, that's going to do it. Hopefully you did enjoy. And hopefully we get the next character upgrade video out soon. And the raid is going to be a big determination how many of those upgrade materials or ability materials we can get in the raid. But I'll see y'all then. Hopefully you did, or hopefully you do well in the raid. And hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub if you are new. And I will see y'all again soon. I am out. Peace.